Yuta. Okay. Hi everybody, it's Gaia here, and today we're gonna see the do's and don'ts to audition for PNATION. Hope you enjoy it. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Gayushi Knows Best. Today we're gonna see how to audition for PNATION for the second season, and I'm gonna give you some rules they gave on their account on Instagram, which is this one, and some other tips because I'm omniscient, so yeah, I withheld the truth. Wanna help? I'ma help you. I got you. Sorry in advance if you're not gonna hear me well. I'm outdoors without a mic and there's this weird light. Basically, in the previous season of the auditions, the instructions were a little vague, and it's not that in this one are more specific, but we'll figure it out together on how to audition because we want to be part of PNATION. And they also put on Instagram this statement, and I'm sure they will not bother if your audition isn't like the epitome of perfection, but let's try to achieve something really decent together. Let's start with the basics. Duration. How much can the video last? So the video should last between 1 to 3 minutes, and that is because you need enough time to display your talents, so at least 1 minute. But I mean, no one wants to see your talents for more than 3, honestly, and the file will get really heavy. If you're auditioning on Instagram, I mean, you're kind of forced to make it last not more than 1 minute. While if you're auditioning via email, you can make the video last 3 minutes, and don't worry about the file being too heavy, because they'll automatically turn it into a drive file, a drive link, a Google Drive link, and everything will be fine. I did the same, so don't worry, I think. I saw some people online that wanted to audition for more roles, and so were wondering how much each thing can last. Like, do I have to make an audition for singing, acting, and dancing that lasts maximum 3 minutes total, or can I do 2 minutes of singing, 2 minutes of acting, and so on? This thing leads me to the second point: the number of entries and rows. The category open for the audition is singing, rapping, acting, and dancing. No other auditions.
Actually, previously you could also audition as a music producer. We don't know if this is still valid, but it's worth giving a try.
Now, can you audition for more than one? I will say yes. They didn't specify it, but I will say yes. Can you audition for all of them? I mean, I think that trying doesn't cost you anything, sort of, if not time to try things, because you need to train to audition. But I would advise you to focus on your best ability. Like, I, for example, among all these categories, like to sing best, so it will be weird if I just try to dance, because I don't know, I move like a chicken, and maybe they don't want to see that. These aren't auditions for comedians. So we suppose you can audition for more roles, and maybe you can have more entries, but it will be better to audition for your specialty. Maybe it could be cool if you can do it for 2, so you can show that you're versatile. But if you're not really that good in the second talent or skill, if you haven't acquired it quite yet, maybe just focus on what you do best. And it will be best to make it last up to 3 minutes and not do more entries, because there are a lot of people who are gonna audition and they don't have all the time. Focus on one thing, make it perfect, and give your best first impression. Let's talk about the bass. Do you need a bass when you audition? If you're gonna dance, you're probably gonna need a bass. But how will you embed this bass to the video? If you decide to turn the music on and just start recording with your camera or your phone, I would advise you to keep the music close to where you're dancing, because otherwise, if you put it where the camera is, the dancing and the music will probably be delayed. So that's not really nice, because it makes you look weird. It just kind of makes it look as if you don't have any rhythm. They're probably gonna understand why, but let's just do your best and put the music sort of close to you. Not enough for you to hit whatever is doing the music thing, but still. On the other hand, a more professional way to face this issue will be to add the music afterward. So you record your video, then remove the sound from the video, and you add the music afterwards. You can use any program, for example iMovie, that's free. You can just do this simple thing and adjust it to your moves and all. Also, by doing this, a pro is that if you dance and you make sounds and everything, you will not hear them. In case you do a very bouncy dance or anything, we're not gonna hear your steps and thumbs and anything. Then, do you need a bass while you're acting? I will most definitely say no. If you want it for some drama effect, I mean, go ahead, but I wouldn't advise it, honestly. Anyway, do I need a bass for my rapping or singing? That's on you. I mean, without a bass, they will hear better your voice and your skills in general, but maybe with some music they will understand the final effect you could give to a song. I personally audition without a bass because it's just easier. You can display your voice in an easier way. You can go slower in certain parts if you want to accentuate some things here and there. I just find it easier, so I did it without a bass, but it's really up to you. Another thing for rappers, actors, and singers related to the sound is should I use a microphone, or what microphone should I use to audition? Is the microphone of my camera or phone enough, or should I use another microphone in case you have one? Obviously, if you don't have one, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be fine. And if they think they're interested, they're maybe gonna hear you live in another step of the auditions. Otherwise, if you have it, I would personally advise you to use it. I have used it. I personally am not really able to use it well, but still. It enables you to record your voice in a better way, and all you should want for this audition is to give the best impressions, just maximize your chances in general to be liked or for them to notice your skills if you have them. Going down the line of impressions, what camera should I use? Depends on you. What do you have? Do you have only a phone? Maybe if you have a phone with a crappy camera, do you know a friend who has a better phone camera, or a friend with an actual camera? I personally don't have a camera, so I use my phone, and I mean, it's an iPhone, so it did the job just right. But in case you have ugly ones that don't work really nicely, just think if you can borrow them from somebody, or try to get the best thing possible to record it. Because if they're gonna see a blurry video and all, they're not gonna see well how you move, your expressions, your general aura and vibe you will be giving will be a bit ruined. Another important thing about the camera is where to put it. Make sure to pick the best angles for your camera. Again, you have to enhance yourself, make yourself look good. So, if you're gonna dance and you're wearing a dress like this one, maybe just don't put the camera on the ground, because first of all, you're gonna make it move. If you jump around and stuff, it may just go up and down like this. And second, everybody's gonna see your private parts, and we don't really want to bribe the judges with that. Other than that, also check the lighting. I would advise to put it at the level of your head, basically. So like in front and not down, not up. You will not want to light here, maybe not here like I had it before, just there, not here either. About the camera, also, how should you record? Vertical or horizontal? I personally did it vertical because I only sang and there was no need for them to see this side of the video, so I just did that. They didn't specify anything. If you're gonna dance, you probably want to record something horizontally, so it's up to you, whatever you prefer. Maybe if you don't want to tidy up the stuff around you, just do it vertical and they'll only see you. Since we're still going down the line of impressions, let's talk about appearance. Although you will have to look your best, what's important, especially for this company, it's to look like your best self, your true self. So if I generally look like a girl next door and I audition with makeup and clothes like Lady Gaga, maybe it's not gonna be super representative of yourself, you know? I don't think makeup is forbidden or anything, but I will still advise to keep it simple towards a natural look. Not that you have to look like you don't have any makeup on, I mean, they use it too for their artists, but still, try to look like yourself. Unless it's the image you want to sell, don't do things that are super weird or that just change your whole face, because they gotta see the canvas they're gonna work on. If you draw a butterfly all over your face, maybe they're not gonna understand how you're made, how they can deal with your image. I believe that with these auditions, or auditions in general, actually, the point is to not overdo it, to be your true self. As I said before, they actually don't care about your appearance.
We are looking for talent. If you could rap, if you could sing, if you pretty, you know what, actually, you don't even have to be pretty. Just be you, be authentic, be original. PNATION is looking for that.
I believe it still has its importance, but they're probably gonna judge more the vibe and impression you give. Obviously, maybe don't just get up from the bed, turn your camera on and start doing your thing with sleepy eyes and your hair everywhere and I don't know, nothing on, or just try to look neat possibly, but like yourself. About the clothes, I would advise something still neat and normal, but at the same time something that represents yourself too. I personally sort of regretted putting a shirt that had a little too much cleavage, and I thought oh my god, I'm gonna audition for Koreans. They already perceive cleavage really kind of badly. They want people covered and all. Your diddies, your friends, your babies covered. And I'm just like, here you go. But I mean, PNATION is its world apart. As we've seen with Jessi and Hyuna, they pretty much show a lot of things. So I don't think it's gonna be that much of a problem. Obviously, just try to look nice. I mean, if you're gonna dance or like this or crazy, I don't know, maybe just try to cover yourself. We just don't want to cause any wardrobe malfunction.
This area is so small right now, and I can't really do much because it's more about the vocals right now. I can't be like dancing and stuff. I mean, I could, but they actually told me not to do too provocative stuff.
Now I will personally give for granted, but apparently it's better not to. Don't catfish. In general, just don't catfish. Don't use filters. Don't just audition with an Instagram or Snapchat filter on.
They actually mentioned it themselves, so if you use them, you had it coming, baby.
Although it's pretty, it's a bit inappropriate. I mean, maybe you'll get noticed with this, I don't know, but just don't, please. I love the dog filter too, but don't do it. Now we've talked about the appearance of your face and body, clothes, makeup, but let's talk about the appearance of your surroundings. Where are you gonna record? Is it gonna be in your room? Because maybe you need silence. You may wanna consider removing your oppa's posters from your walls. I'm not saying like that you have to redecor your whole room, but maybe just try not to look like a crazy fan, because otherwise they're not gonna make the best first impression. I mean, again, maybe they're gonna notice you for that if you're lucky, but you may not wanna be noticed as a fanatic who's just auditioning to get close to their oppas and who doesn't even care about this career and life path. Just an input. Just try to tidy everything up. Don't have clothes, your panties laying somewhere or anything. Also, if you're gonna dance, you're also gonna need some space, so try to have everything tidied up and make it look at least decent, if not pretty. A pivotal part of these auditions are training. Try and retry. You shouldn't be worrying about being completely perfect, but if there are things you can actually improve and polish up your whole performance, you should put at least some effort to do it. You have one shot, so you better shoot it well. Start training multiple times way before the day you actually record, so that when the day you have to record comes, it's gonna take a bit less of time. So remember to pick your best angles, dress up kind of neatly, and transmit your essence. Make sure the actual video transmits that, your true self and your skills too. Record multiple audition videos so that at the end of the day you can just pick the best one that you're gonna send. So here's the last point. Once your audition video is done with the right track, the audio and everything, you will have to make it available for them. So you can do that by sending it to their email or by posting it on Instagram. If you send it through email, you have to send it to this email.
So I actually forgot to mention that in the previous edition of the auditions, a bit more information was given about what to write and attach to the email. As you can see, you have to attach a photo of yourself, a video, a sound recording of yourself with a brief introduction. Here it's still a bit ambiguous about the introduction.
If the description has to be inside the video or just written. I personally did both. If you want to see, this is my video, it will be on the link below. I did both. I think if you write it down, it will be enough. Try to be concise. They don't care about, I don't know, your cat that died 2 years ago and how much trauma that caused you. Just be concise. I'm insert name. Describe your passion for music and why they should pick you, and just write, I don't know, 4 to 5 lines, nothing more. I would advise personally. Then you do whatever.
You have to specify your name, age, and contact info. I actually just remembered I forgot to write my age, but never mind, and wrote too many infos and not my contact info. But I hope my email was enough as a contact info. I don't know what else they meant. Anyways, once again, it is specified you can audition regardless of your nationality, race, or gender, and age too. Now, I'm not part of the jury, so I may be wrong, even if I tell you that you may not be super suitable if you're 80 and you run out of breath really easily. However, it is still to consider that the current artists in PNATION are in their late 20s, with Jessi being in her 31st year of life, baby. So I mean, if you're not super mega old, you're gonna be fine. However, if your concern was about being too young, you should probably consider that many trainees start from a very early age. So I doubt that they're going to reject you if you're a minor. Maybe if you're 10, they're gonna wait a bit for you to develop your skills and be a bit more mature. However, I don't think they're gonna discard you for your age in general.
If you're gonna audition on Instagram instead, make sure to make your account public. Otherwise, they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna start following you and try to see your audition because they really need you. So make it public, put their hashtag, tag them, a little description. Guys, I also forgot to mention that if you're shy or you want them to respect your privacy, you can just send your audition via email and it will not be disclosed to anyone. In fact, it is specified that only their team will see your audition. Additionally, this time around, it's also been specified a deadline, and it was from September 14 till October 31st at 6 p.m. South Korean time. They also warned us that due to high volume of applications, they will be reviewing all of them, but will only reach out to who will pass the audition. And they will do so by the 7th of November by writing a direct message for Instagram applicants who passed, or by writing an email to those who applied via email. So don't despair, wait till the 7th of November and try not to bug them because they most probably saw your audition already. And if they haven't contacted you yet, you will have to wait for another season of auditions. To end everything on a positive note, let's hear some words of encouragement from our queen, Jessi.
Guys, do not be stressed about the audition, guys. Just be yourselves. This is for the audition for everyone who is auditioning for PNATION. Find your style and be yourself. Sai oppa는, he doesn't like gimmicks. He doesn't like people who try to like, you know, you gotta be yourself. Sai oppa는, he likes people who are authentic, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like Crush, she has his own color. Jessi, I have my own color. Hannah, she has her own color. Dawn has his own color. So he's looking for people who are authentic and people who are original. You know what I mean? So, 여러분, if you guys want to audition for PNATION, race does not matter, no color matters. We are all one race, people, okay? But you guys might have to be able to speak Korean because if you're auditioning for PNATION, PNATION is a Korean company. 한국 company이기 때문에 I'm sure you're gonna have to learn Korean, but shit, if that's your dreams, then go for it, baby. I trust all of you guys, and whoever makes it to PNATION, I cannot wait to meet you guys and just talk to you guys and stuff like that. Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful, mostly. Make sure to leave key comments, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!
Chick 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 chiruk chick chuk. Chickadee doo.
Hi! It's almost 11 p.m. and I've written my mail for the audition to PNATION 1 hour ago, but I haven't said it yet. So I decided to send it with y'all. That's my face. And oh my god, I'm not ready. Okay, here's the mail. Here goes nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually sent it. I thought he was gonna ask me something. Oh god.